This is a quick video tutorial on how to pay your club dues online. Hopefully this will make it a little bit easier for everybody to get their payments in, not have to worry about getting a check to practice and getting it to the right people and so forth. You are obviously still allowed to pay by check. That's not a problem at all. This is just another option for you to make things easier if you choose to use it. So to get started, you can use the link in the email we sent you, which will take you to our payment system. Or if you don't have that email in the future, the easiest way to get to the right link is to go to our website, which you can see is up, and go to the team, your team roster over here on the left. In this particular example, I'm going to pick 12 blue, so I'm going to click 12 blue. That's going to take me to the roster page that shows me the roster for that team and some upcoming tournament dates, which we will be adding the additional tournament dates now that they're all finalized, but that's just not in here right at the moment. But what you'll see down here on the right hand side is a button to pay your dues online. Once you click that, you'll be taken to our main system where you'll log in and be able to see your account and make a payment. So let's click that. Now here you'll see the screen, the login screen for our payment system. If you've been in our leagues before, which a majority of you have, you should recognize this. To log in, you'll need your username and password that you created when you first signed up for one of the leagues or summer camp or outdoor league through YVBA. If you don't remember that username and password, there are some links here next to the login button. If you forgot your password but you think you know what your username is, or if you forgot your username and you know your email address, you can use both of those to try and help remind you what your username and password might be. The other option is to let us know that you're having a problem, and we can go into the system and look up what your username is, and we can reset your password for you. So, but try these two avenues first, just to try and make sure that it's just easy to find. Maybe you forgot it. I know many people have different passwords for different things. So, if you are new to YVBA, we've added you to the system, and for the time being, your username will be your email address, and your password will just be YVBA. But then afterwards, you can go in and you can change that, which we'll show you how to do in just a second. So once you have your username and password, you just put them in here. And you click login, and you'll be taken to our main accounts page. And we've logged in as Robert Click, and as you can see, you're just basically on the My Account page. The little shield next to Robert's name and the shield next to Janet's name, those are guardians. So those are the parents. So they're listed in the system as guardians. And then Emily here is our player. If you come over here to the right-hand side, you can collapse yourself. You don't really need to do that. Come over here to the right-hand side for Emily and expand it. You can see that Emily is playing for 12 blue, and there's still a balance due on her account, which you can click that link to go through and make a payment if you want to. But let's do a couple other things first to make sure that we won't have any problems making any payments. So first, go into the main account holders details here. So I'm going to come over here and click Robert Click. In this case, in this particular place, we could change the password if we wanted to. This is especially if you're new to YVBA and you've been given that default password. This is a great place to make that change. We've got our email. Birthday's not really important. Gender, cell phone, if you want to put your cell phone in the system, although we already have your cell phone in our text-based system. But here's the important part. Contact phone. We need to make sure that there's a contact phone number in this field. So if there's not one, please put it in there. That way the credit card processing system knows that there's a phone number on file, and it'll push it through. If that is blank, you'll get all the way through the credit card process, and you'll realize that it's not going to go through, and you'll have to come back into this area. So make sure you put a phone number in that field there, and then go ahead and click Update. Back out here, there's two ways to get in to make a payment. Like I said before, you can open up your player's name and click this Balance Due, which will take you to the page to start the payment process. However, if you'd like to see what's due and what payments you've made, you can come up here to My Account and click on Orders and Payments. Here you'll see your outstanding orders, and you'll see your club dues. So your total club dues are listed there. Payments received. In this case, we've made the deposit, $500 deposit, when we first signed up, and the $230 dues payment for December. So that's the $730 we see there, and the amount still left due is still $920. And then I can make a payment from here. So I would just click this Make a Payment link here. When you click through to that, you'll kind of see an itemized list of the payments that you've made. You've got your player here and what team she plays on, the total, your first payment, if there was a check, it was paid by check, on the date it was paid, and how much it was. And then here, payment, the second payment for $230 was made. Excuse me, was made on December 1st. So there's $920 left. So now I can go in and I can make a payment. So I'm going to fill in my billing address if it's not already in there. I'm going to click Next. In this case, we won't have any promotion codes, so you're going to click Next past this section. And then when you get to this section, you have two options. You can pay the full amount that's left of $920, or however much is left for your particular team dues, or you can pay the minimum amount due for the month of January, and that's in the amount of $230. And at the moment, those are the only two options. So if you want to pay a larger amount somewhere in the middle, or if we've talked about a certain situation where you need to pay less this particular month, please contact us directly through the email address, and we will schedule a manual payment that we'll do through the back-end system so that you don't have to go through this spot right here. But if either one of those is the payment you'd like to make, click on those. In this particular case, I'm going to pay the $230 for January. I'm going to choose to pay by credit card, and then I'm going to fill out my credit card information here and click Next. The only step beyond that, which I'm not actually going to put a credit card number in at the moment, the only step beyond that is that it will ask you to confirm your payment. So once you confirm your payment, you will receive an email confirmation that the payment's gone through, and you should be good to go for the month of January. If anyone is a little bit behind in their payments, if they've only paid the deposit at the moment, or even if they still need to make the deposit, you'll have to make each one of those payments individually by choosing this second option here. If you haven't made the deposit yet, it'll say that it's $400 or $500 deposit. So you have to make that payment and then come back through the system and make the dues payment for that next month. It's not the easiest way to do it, but the system needs to keep track of separate payments like it's doing up here so that we can go back and have an itemized list of all the payments that were made. So it is a few extra steps, but please do that if you need to, if you're behind on any of your payments. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to drop us an email or give us a call, but that is paying for your dues by credit card. Thanks so much.